Netflix busts viral Stranger Things Conformity Gate theory. Here's what really happened. In the days following the release of the final season of Stranger Things on Netflix, an unexpected and wildly imaginative fan theory took over social media, one that suggested the beloved sci-fi series hadn't truly ended at all. Dubbed Conformity Gate, this theory captured the collective imagination of a fervent fan base convinced that the apparent conclusion to the story was an illusion and a secret ninth episode was still waiting to be released. But Netflix has now stepped in to set the record straight. Following the finale of Stranger Things Season 5 on December 31st, 2025, fans across TikTok, Reddit, X, and Instagram began circulating a theory that the final episode, titled The Right Side Up, wasn't the real ending. Instead, some viewers speculated that the episode was a deliberate illusion created by the villain Vecna, and that the series actually had a true finale yet to drop. Supporters of the theory pointed to what they perceived as odd details in the finale, from subtle visual discrepancies and continuity quirks to symbolic patterns involving Dungeons and Dragons references and number motifs like the number 7. They interpreted these as clues hinting that the real story had been hidden in plain sight. At its core, the Conformity Gate idea suggested the finale was an intentional facade, a world crafted by Vecna's lingering influence, and that a secret episode 9 would be released on January 7th, 2026, serving as a true conclusion to the saga. Several factors helped the theory spread rapidly. Social media buzz. Short video breakdowns on TikTok and Instagram turned minor details into evidence of a hidden narrative. Fans with large followings shared edits, countdowns, and detailed speculation, which rallied even casual viewers. Cryptic marketing. A Netflix promotional tease posted around Christmas used a mysterious tagline. Your future is on its way. Hashtag what next January 7th, 2026 inch, which some interpreted as teasing a secret final episode. Mixed reactions to the finale. While many fans loved the epilogue's emotional closure, others were left feeling unsatisfied with how neatly the characters' stories wrapped up, creating fertile ground for alternate interpretations and elaborate theories. The result was a theory that, while unsupported by official sources, became more than just idle speculation. It became a viral cultural moment, complete with betting markets, memes, and passionate online debate. Netflix's official response. On January 7th, 2026, Netflix took an unusual step for a series of such popularity. It publicly clarified that there was no secret episode coming. The official Stranger Things social media profiles updated their bios to read, "All episodes of Stranger Things are now playing." This message served as Netflix's confirmation that the series had concluded with Episode 8, and that there were no additional episodes or hidden finale scheduled for release. What this means for fans. With Netflix's clarification in hand, the Conformity Gate theory has been widely debunked, not by dismissive denial, but by firm confirmation that all available episodes are live and that the finale is canonical. Still, the theory's popularity reveals a deeper trend among devoted audiences. When an ending feels ambiguous or emotionally complex, fans often create alternative narratives that can seem more compelling than the canonical story. The enthusiasm for a secret episode 9 likely reflects, in part, both a reluctance to say goodbye to a beloved show and a yearning for one more twist in its mythology. The future of the Stranger Things universe. Netflix also confirmed that Stranger Things as a franchise isn't completely done, even if the main narrative has concluded. Several projects are already in the pipeline, including an animated spin-off titled Stranger Things, Tales from 85, and making a documentary, One Last Adventure. These new entries promise to explore different corners and angles of the upside-down mythology, but are separate from the core Season 5 storyline. Final thoughts. The Conformity Gate episode theory stands as one of the most ambitious fan interpretations the Stranger Things fandom has produced, a testament to both the passion of its audience and the narrative complexities of modern storytelling. However, with Netflix's clear confirmation that Episode 8 is the final episode, the era of fan theories may now shift from speculation about hidden content to deeper reflection on what the story meant and how it concluded. When Stranger Things finally concluded its 5-season run on Netflix at the end of 2025, millions of viewers around the world tuned in to watch the Hawkins crew battle one last time against Vecna and the Mind Flayer. The finale, released on December 31st, was promoted and marketed as the definitive conclusion to one of streaming's most beloved sci-fi adventures. But a surprising phenomenon followed. A fan-driven conspiracy known as Conformity Gate took hold online, persuading many fans that the episode they had watched wasn't the real ending, and that a secret ninth episode remained unreleased. For several days in early January 2026, posts on TikTok, Reddit, X, formerly Twitter, and other social media platforms showed passionate debates and elaborate theories insisting that the story wasn't truly finished. By January 7th, Netflix finally addressed the speculation, and in doing so, directly confronted the modern dynamics of fandom, storytelling, and online theory culture. Origins of the theory, where Conformity Gate came from. The Conformity Gate theory began with a simple premise. Some fans were dissatisfied or unsettled by how the Stranger Things finale tied up its many plot threads. The episode, titled The Right Side Up, showed the Hawkins group defeating Vecna and moving forward with their lives, an epilogue that many found unusually peaceful for a franchise built on chaos, danger, and unresolved mystery. Where this dissatisfaction intersected with imagination is where Conformity Gate took form. Fans argued that the final episode was not an ending but a fabricated reality, a grand illusion engineered by Vecna himself. Some believe that the narrative sequence was designed to lull the characters and viewers into conformity, forgetting the horrors they had experienced and accepting a false calm. Under this idea, what was presented as closure was really a psychological trap, and a real climactic episode was still to come. A key part of this theory was a belief that extra, unreleased footage would surface on January 7th, the date that many fans tied to recurring motifs in the show, especially the number 7, which appears often in Stranger Things lore. Fans used everything from production stills to subtle visual details from the finale to bolster their claims, pointing to continuity, errors, Dungeons and Dragon symbols, and background elements as supposed hints that something was off. The theory goes viral, social media echo chambers, and the art of speculation. Once Conformity Gate hit social media, it spread quickly. On TikTok, short videos dissected scenes for numerical patterns and symbolic meaning. On Reddit, dedicated threads explored every visual clue, no matter how tenuous. Comments ranged from earnest belief in a hidden episode to ironic enjoyment of fan creativity. Part of what sustained the theory was how immersive and participatory modern fandom culture has become. Today's TV fans aren't just viewers. They're active interpreters, co-creators, and storytellers. When a show as beloved as Stranger Things ends with bittersweet emotional resolution, some fans perceive ambiguity not as closure, but as intentional obfuscation, designed to keep them guessing. Indeed, posts on Reddit documented how believers recalculated timelines and shifted expectations each time a predicted moment passed without incident, morphing predictions from January 1st to January 7th and beyond. What began as speculation quickly became what some described as a communal manifestation. Meanwhile, skeptic users argued that the theory was little more than wishful thinking. Netflix steps in, closing the book on Conformity Gate. On January 7, 2026, Netflix took a rare step. The streamer subtly but clearly debunked the Conformity Gate theory by updating the official Stranger Things social media bios with a simple message. All episodes of Stranger Things are now playing. This update served as Netflix's confirmation that the series, as intended and marketed, has concluded. There is no 9th episode waiting in the wings, no secret finale planned for release, and no additional narrative chapter hidden from audiences. Instead, all 8 episodes that Netflix promoted as the final season's capstone remain the official canonical ending. Netflix's move wasn't combative, but rather declarative. It reaffirmed that what audiences had experienced was a full story, and that any further narrative expansion would not come in the form of surprise Episode 9. Rather, the Stranger Things universe will continue through officially announced spin-off projects, including an animated series, Stranger Things, Tales from 85, and a documentary, One Last Adventure, both of which explore different aspects of the franchise's world and legacy. Understanding the fandom reaction, why Conformity Gate took hold. The popularity of Conformity Gate reveals several key trends in contemporary fan culture. 1. Desire for narrative complexity. Modern audiences, especially those invested in genre storytelling, often crave ambiguity, mystery, and open threads that lend themselves to theories. When a finale ties up narrative arcs too neatly, or when viewers are emotionally attached to characters, speculation fills the gap. 2. Online communities are echo chambers. Platforms like TikTok and Reddit amplify fringe ideas quickly, creating tight feedback loops where speculation becomes belief, particularly if the idea is enjoyable or emotionally resonant. 3. The impact of visual details. Small inconsistencies or odd visual cues, like props, background details, or dialogue lines, can be magnified into evidence. In the case of Conformity Gate, fans cited everything from graduation gown colors to symbolic numbers as hidden messages. While these are fascinating to analyze, they don't replace factual confirmation from creators or distributors. The future of Stranger Things and its legacy. Even though Netflix has debunked the secret episode theory, the Stranger Things universe isn't disappearing. The confirmed spin-offs, animated and live action, will extend the franchise's mythology into new territory. Rather than revisiting the Hawkins crew again, these projects aim to expand the world, explore new characters, and perhaps answer lingering questions about the Upside Down and Dimension X. The end of a beloved series often leaves a vacuum, one that fans may struggle to accept. Conformity Gate represents more than a rumor. It illustrates how powerful storytelling can ignite imagination, speculation, and even collective myth-making among passionate viewers. While there may never be a secret Episode 9, Stranger Things will live on, not just in official continuations, but in the vibrant conversations and creativity of its fans.